Alright, hey, hi, hello, more of the Wadjacents. I think I called this falling upwards at the tail end of the last one,
Brought to
but
you by the edgiest bake sale.
it's falling skywards. Slightly different. Okay, when the asteroid hit the Earth, huge chunks of cities and towns were launched high into the sky. Some crashed back down to Earth, some flew out into space and floated away, and some fell in just the right direction at just the right speed to fall into orbit. We are scavengers. We spend our days flying up high into the sky and searching the ruins, hoping to find treasure amongst these cities that are perpetually falling skywards. We've got a title. Love the hand-drawn plane. This will not be the first time Ben Chandler had a penchant for weird flying islands. You read me, Roger? Copy that, Don. I hear you. You land okay? Sure did, Don. There's a tree up here and it seems to still be alive. Can't be. Must be a plastic one. It's a damn good copy if it is. I swear it looks real. Tree wasn't a fake one. The tree wasn't a fake one. That was plain to see. Seeing a live tree up here was so strange, I almost couldn't believe it. This tree was alive. Either someone had been watering it, or someone very strange, or something very strange was going on here. Well, don't waste too much time staring at it. I only got enough fuel for 10 minutes of circling, and then I need to head back. Right, I'll get to searching. Don't come down without your pockets full either. Do I ever? So this was worth something this time. Yeah. Don, you just concentrate on holding position, so I've got to lift back home. Copy that. Over. I don't know why Don felt like he had to talk to me through this each time. I'd been doing it since my mother finally agreed to let me go up with Dad. Still, it was nice to know he cared, even if it did sometimes get irritating when he constantly tried to remind me what to do. Don was a good pilot, and he'd been flying for longer than I had. He used to let me fly the plane sometimes, but it was always me who jumped and scavenged. I think he knew how much I loved it, being all alone above the world on these ruins, seeing the remains of old humanity. I liked flying, and I loved jumping. Most of all, I loved searching through places and seeing how people used to live. These ruins were full of memories, and the lives of people who never saw the catastrophe coming. Sometimes I swore I could hear their voices whispering in the distance as I made my way through their broken streets and houses, collecting various valuable relics to be sold back on the ground. Establish a save. What do we got? Lone Avenue. Tree still alive? How's that even possible? Small brown rock. Large block of masonry. Briefcase is scratched but looks intact. Anything else? Alright, can we take the masonry? Hope that doesn't land on anyone. Oh, paper. Look at the tree is there. Alright, what do we got? Small stone I picked up. Has no value, but it could be useful. Hey, that chunk got torn out of the page. 696969? Better be 9 and not another number. Stuck quite firmly. Hit it with a rock. Okay. Oh. Damn. Gonna have to be careful when I get that back. Too close to the edge for me to reach without falling. I need another way of getting it. Stuck quite firmly, so we need something to bust it loose. Branches are too green to snap off. Not sure what that would do. Alright. Oh, branch. Very skinny. Can I briefcase it? Okay. 696969, right? Let's just click to advance. I know I would just mirror your password, but... Got it. Oh, that's not right. Oh, it might be... upside down. Try it the other way around. Now that one's done. Oh, well, okay. If it's upside down. 969, so it would be something 96. Okay. Think. Oh, it's practically empty. Just a watch and some old pencils. I'll take the watch. It looks like gold. How's it going, Roger? Good, good. I found a gold watch up here. Good stuff. Anything else? Nope, I'm about to move down. Copy that. Be careful. Over. Okay, I was hoping it wasn't just one island. It was always dangerous hopping from section to section, slowly descending through the rubble. Although the gravity was lower up here, it was still quite possible to get injured. Even so, there was something thrilling to me about leaping down amongst the ruins. It was liberating. How'd you do? Good, good. Found an old house. How intact is it? It's... What? Okay. It's pretty much obliterated. There was some of a rule about the voices that one heard in the this high amongst the ruins. All scavengers heard them, but nobody really talked about them very much. Oh, okay. I like to think of them as memories remaining from the people who once walked these streets, lived in these houses. My father used to say that they were like mirages in the desert. Whatever they were, I didn't think I'd ever get used to them. What do you hear? Must have just been my imagination. Oh well, see what you can find anyway. Copy that. Over. Alright, save progress. Clear the branch. Old photo in a nice frame. I think the picture frame could be gold-plated. Old dining chair. It's nice, but not exactly valuable. Too big to carry down with me anyway. That's strange. There's still a tiny bit of water in the bottom of the dish. Somehow it hasn't evaporated. Old water pipe. Looks dirty and yet a little brittle. That is a huge slab of concrete. No way am I going to be able to lift that by hand. Alright, so we probably need the pipe. Lamp. Old and busted, but the plug is still in the socket somehow. Oh, it's dangling. Okay. Old lockbox. There's bound to be something valuable in here. Alright. More notes. It's on the lamp. Whenever I found a photograph of people from before the catastrophe, it was hard to not imagine what their lives must have been like. They have dreams, hopes, fears. I couldn't help but feel like I was an intruder here, even years after they were gone. These ruins were their home, and here I was, uninvited, picking through the memories in the hopes that I'd find something gold or silver. Often wondered what they'd say if they were still here to see me wandering through their homes. Okay, so we need the slab. It's locked. Can't bring the whole thing down with me. I have to get it open to see what's inside. Alright, dish is old ceramic. It's not going to be worth anything. But make note of the water. Push the pipe. Pull the pipe. Push the pipe. Pull the pipe. Pull the pipe some more. Can't pull it anymore across. Push. Looks like a part of it just cracked a bit. Okay. Yoink! Alright, piped. Concrete. Plonk. Hope that doesn't fall on anybody. Fish the lamp back up. What do we got here? Jim, I moved your key to the gap under the windowsill. Kept falling down from behind here. Kate. Ah. Key was still there in the gap between the windowsill and the wall. Unlocked it. This guy must have been a coin collector. These are all completely different. Some of these look like they're made out of gold and silver. Should be worth a bunch. You there, Don? I read you, Roger. What's up? I'm pretty sure I've got everything here. Gonna move down again. Find anything good? Gold-plated photo frame and a collection of assorted coins. Nice, nice. You're not gonna add the photo to your collection, are you? Well, why not? It's creepy, Roger. Feels wrong to look at pictures of people who died years ago. Someone's got to remember them. It's not creepy, it's preserving their memories. Your dad, yeah, I know. Look, this isn't the time. Keep moving. We can talk about it on the way back down. Yeah, of course. I'm heading down further. Over. I think it's messed with the chair, but it didn't seem that important. Pirate. Wow. The statues, sculptures, and monuments of the old world always fascinated me. Unlike paintings and photographs that faded and tore, they stood out here untouched by decay. They were more immediate, more tangible too. Here you could see the determined stare of the man peering unrestingly from above his tangled beard. It was a beautiful way to capture a memory. Okay. What do we got here? Streetlight. Somehow the globes survived the catastrophe. I feel like we might be changing that. Piece of iron is twisted and bent. These flowers are still fresh. I guess they were left here by another scavenger. I wonder what significance this statue had to them. It was not unheard of to encounter signs of other scavengers, but it certainly wasn't common. Why a scavenger would want to leave flowers by a statue was a mystery, but not overly surprising. Being a scavenger took a special kind of person. To be willing to jump from a plane and search the ruined cities of old humanity, hearing strange things in your head and risking your life with each leap took a kind of madness. Very few would-be scavengers made it past their first jump. Required a kind of madness to do this job, and if that madness meant someone left flowers by a statue, then so be it. I think you probably could have used some other words besides madness. Not necessarily for sensitivity's sake, but just it was kind of repetitive there. Looks like he was a sailor. Too big to take down with him. That'd be worth much anyway, although it is a nice statue. Probably gotta pry the door open. Can't get it open. Probably leave the flowers there. Probably another scavenger put them there. Had their reasons for doing so. Can't move it. Don't want to smash the light. Okay. And to move it a tiny bit, but I can't move it any further with this little piece of iron. Alright. I guess we had to wedge it first and then get something bigger in there. And just wedge the pipe in the gap. Can't twist around this much. Alright. Not budging. Can't seem to push it down. Stuck in there now. I can't pull it out. Alright, push the pipe down. Maybe we gotta jam something else in there. We'll manipulate the iron. Just the pipe. don't think the key's gonna work on it, but... Oh, maybe hit it with a rock. We didn't look at the watch. Here in the back it says, "To Tom, my love, always, Nina." Maybe it's a combination? It's alright. Plays from completely different countries. Kind of at a loss. It's guide time. There's not much else in my... like he said, he can't jam anything else in there, and moving it, wiggling it around didn't do anything, so... What's going on with this one? Not seeing a walkthrough. A lot of Skyward Sword, though. Come on. I want to watch a video about it. Doop doop doo. Alright, we might have to hit a video, but alright. Oh. Maybe I could just jam something in the slot. The branch in the mailbox? The mail in the mailbox? Rock in the mailbox? Coins in the mailbox? Maybe the frame? Can't think of anything else. What am I supposed to do here? Anything else laying around that I haven't noticed? Oh, weak masonry. Hello. Can't pry loose by hand. Alright. Okay. Hey, the bottom split. Okay. Alright, I guess we'll look for the split then. Oh, letter fell out. Okay. There we go. DSAF. Dear Mrs. Cavish, it is with deep regret that I am writing to inform you that your husband, CP or Captain T. Cavish, has died serving his country. Trent was an inspiration to us all and will be sorely missed. I have enclosed his Silver Crescent medal within this letter. My deepest sympathies, General Allison Hume. War. I'd read about war in books my father brought down as a child, and it had never made sense to me. So much death, cruelty, and pain just because of disagreements. While there were many beautiful, wonderful things I had learned about the old world, war was one I would never understand. Oh, that's got a little utopian. 18 years I've been up here, scavenging, ever since I was 10 years old. In 18 years, I've covered a damn lot of the sky, seen so many ruins of old humanity. Not once have I ever seen another living thing up here. Why would a bird live up here? It's cold, the air is thin, there's no food, no water. 18 years and not a single living thing. Where the hell did this bird come from? There was also the dish that had water in it. What was this? Oh, that's the metal, okay. A cute bird. What's he doing up here? Here, birdie. Aw. I don't have anything I can feed him. If we manipulate the streetlight, the bird will move. It'll be the first time we've redirected a guy. Alright, hoop. We don't have any food. Okay, I can't get my hand in there, but I gotta move there. Now maybe use the flowers? Oh, maybe the metal. Okay. Oh. Aloysius, where are you? Okay. Did I hear someone talking? I was sure that it had been a voice, but how? It was impossible to live up here. Any scavenger without his oxygen supply and bubble would soon find himself lacking oxygen and pass out. No, surely I'd been hearing things. It's not the first time I've heard whispers among the ruins. There you are. Where have you been, my feathery little man? It was. There's somebody else up here. This time it was undeniable. That was the voice of someone else, clear and distinct. Not some faint, half-imagined whisper in my mind, but who could it be? Scavenger? Surely not. Don and I checked the schedules thoroughly, and nobody but us planned to visit within a 40-mile radius of this place. But then, if not a scavenger, who? Who else could be up here? Perhaps I had completely lost it, and my mind was tricking me. I had heard of men losing their minds up here. Some even say my father did. Maybe this was happening to me? Alright, Roger, you're out of time, buddy. Time to make your jump. Give me just a couple of minutes, Don. What have you found? There was a bird up here, and then I heard a voice. Must have caught altitude sickness, man. There's no way there could be anybody else up here. Not even a bird would survive up here. Just give me another few minutes, Don. Fine, whatever, but be quick. We're pushing time as it is. Copy that. Over. Can you get my pipe back? No. Hello. Right there. Right in front of me. No oxygen supply, no parachute. Impossible. There's no way this lady could be here. Oh my. Are you... See you. No, wait. Come back. There was no denying what I had seen. She was definitely a living, breathing human. I kept telling myself there was no way she could be up here, and yet, there she'd been. I had to follow her, no matter what. Not necessarily, buddy. Oh, goodbye, Bull. Roger, where are you? Time to jump, buddy. Waiting to catch you. Come on, Roger, talk to me. Where are you? Don? Don's voice was a blur in my swirling mind. The hard concrete pressed against the unprotected skin of my face as the cold breeze blew around me. I gasped and struggled for oxygen in the thin air. This was it. There's no way to recover from this. It's impossible to get enough oxygen from the air up here. My father told me that when I was a child. I was going to die. I like the roots from the plant sticking down through. Jesus, Roger, where are you? I have to leave now. Don't make me leave without you. Can't breathe. Come on, damn it. Don't end up like your damn father. Answer me. Damn it, look, I gotta head back down. Try and get on the radio when you parachute off, okay? Okay, so at least they come equipped with parachutes. There's no way I'm gonna be able to find this patch of sky again, but I should be able to find you on the ground. Shouldn't have to do this. Goodbye, Roger. Couldn't even make out what Don was trying to say anymore. His voice on the radio was unfocused and so far away. My eyes lost focus. All I could feel was the roughness on my face and the desperate urge for more oxygen. And then... well, guess this is death. I'll be honest, it's a little underwhelming. Somehow I always had expected something more. Hello. There have been mornings where waking up was unpleasant, where all I've wanted to do was go straight back to sleep, but never had I felt anywhere near as bad as this. My head rang. It felt as though I was being squashed. Every sensation was muddy. I felt dead. She opened up her shirt for some reason. You shouldn't move. You need to allow yourself to adjust. I could hear her voice, a familiar voice. I lifted my head to see who was talking, desperate for something familiar. Every tiny bit of my will was to find out, every tiny bit of my will to find out more vanished suddenly as I looked around. Suddenly, my head was far too heavy for me to lift, and my mind swam in rage with an overwhelming urge to return to blackness. No moving. You mustn't move at all. The voice. There it was again. I tried to focus on it, remember where I'd heard it before. Try as I might, though. My mind was blank, and only able to focus on the desperate need for oxygen. Once more, I felt myself slipping away. Also, I mostly know this other character is Femme because looking for a guide to one of the posts I found mentioned a girl, so. Suddenly, focus. Soft, warm lips pressed against mine, air passing from her mouth to mine, filling my lungs. I'd kissed girls back at the scavenger camp, but this was different. Their mouths had always tasted of wine and cigarettes, a bitter, pungent mix. So they were cool. Her lips tasted like none of these things. They were just her. Soft, warm, and then... blackness. Might have just brought the menu up. But I didn't see a save confirmation. This time I felt a little better. Wherever I was slowly getting used to it. I looked across to see... you! What on earth is a beautiful young lady like you doing up here without an oxygen supply, or... As I spoke the words, the fuzzy thoughts focused in my mind. I realized what I was saying. What a fool I'd been. Ah, I see how it is. I'd always heard talk of angels down in the scavenger camp. There, around the mess halls, the pilots, the mechanics, traders, nurses, cooks, and the handful of scavengers had told stories of beautiful women living high up, above the clouds, that came to collect the souls of the deceased. I'd never really put much faith in the stories, but suddenly they came flooding back, clearer than ever. This was an angel, and that meant I've been dead this whole time, haven't I? Can't believe I never saw it coming. I was dead before I even started scavenging today. Wonder how it happened. Oh. Did I misjudge my jump from the plane? Perhaps I hit my head on the way down on a piece of masonry I never even noticed while I was trying to focus on the platform I was aiming for. Maybe I never actually landed at all. All this whole time I've been up here. You've been trying to tell me I was dead. Should have read the signs. The tree at the very beginning. I should have known no tree could survive up here. This was all an illusion, wasn't it? This whole thing has been an illusion. I guess I feel a little disappointed. I could have done so much more with my life, and instead I ended having achieved so little. Never fell in love and had a family. But I was always a bit of a loner, and all the girls I met were more interested in the loud, boastful pilots than the quiet scavengers. Never ate fresh food. Fresh food is controlled by the aristocrats, and I would never be one of their rank, not in a whole lifetime. A lot of Ben Chandler adjacent games that have the aristocratic class being scumbags. I mean, that's kind of default anyway, but plenty of it's happened at least twice. Never planted a tree. The trees never grow on the surface of the planet since the catastrophe. Never did anything that anybody will remember. But I learned so much of how the world used to be. Oh, you're awake? You've been saying all sorts of things in your sleep the last few days. I thought you were still dreaming. Dreaming? You must have been with all the strange things you've been saying. I'm not dead? Where's my oxygen supply? How are you up here? I've always lived up here. I don't know what you're talking about. You're not an angel then? An angel? Yes, I've heard talk of them. Beautiful creatures high above the world who usher the souls of the dead onto the afterlife. I'm definitely not one of those. I'm just a person. This is my home. I've always lived here. A little Aloysius to keep me company. What do you mean you've always lived up here? I was born up here. This is my home. What? How's that possible? Nobody could have survived the catastrophe. Parents told me about the day the world broke. You're trying to tell me that your parents survived it and you were born up here. That's what happened. Impossible. How are we breathing? With our mouths and lungs, I guess. Very funny. The air up here is too thin to breathe. It doesn't contain enough oxygen. How do you know that? Everyone knows that. Well, never had a problem breathing up here. My parents used to struggle, but they never fully adjusted. But they used to say that my body probably adapted from the start because I was born and grew up at this altitude. Acceptable. I guess there may be some truth to that. They sometimes needed me to give them air as they got older, but mostly they managed. You had to give your parents air? Yeah, like I had to give you air before. I had been wondering about that. Sometimes they struggle to breathe and I had to force air into them. It was a bit of a surprise for me. Is there a problem? No, it's just when you press lips with someone, usually means, well... I know what kissing is, silly. I did have parents. That wasn't kissing, so I don't think it was. Oh, well, yes. How do you eat? There's enough fruit trees and vegetables around to give me plenty of food. My parents taught me about them, and I make sure they're well watered. I'm amazed they can still grow without any soil. Where do you get water from? There's still soil in places, and there's still old water tanks around that hold a lot of water. Eventually they'll run out, but I have enough for now. How'd I get into this bed? I don't remember anything. I just woke up and I was here. I moved you here. You did? How? I dragged you over the planks between the platforms. You were quite heavy. I had to get rid of all the extra junk you had strapped on, though. My stuff? Yes, it was all very heavy. My radio? What's a radio? Brown thing with dials and a handpiece on a wire? Oh yes, it was very heavy. I threw that over the edge. Great. Well, I guess raiding back to the surface is impossible. My oxygen tank? What's that? Hard metal thing inside my backpack with a valve on it? Oh, yes. That I threw over as well. There was no way I was going to be able to carry you with that in the way. Ugh, I can't believe this. My oxygen bubble? Oxygen bubble? Glass bowl that sits over my head and keeps me supplied with the oxygen from my tank. I don't remember seeing anything like that. Perhaps it came off when you fell over? It did. I don't know where it ended up, though. Perhaps. I don't remember much. My parachute? Your what? Big piece of silk with lots of cords attached to it. I keep it in my backpack until I jump. Oh, that, yes. I cut the cords off it and cut it off with the sheets to keep you warm during the night. Oh. You cut off my parachute. Oh, yes, you were so cold in the night, and I couldn't stop you from shivering. The sheets probably saved your life. That's the only way I can get back down to the surface. Wait, what, with a sheet? Yeah, it slows my fall enough that I can land safely. What a strange idea. Couldn't believe it. She'd cut up my parachute? My damn parachute? The one last hope any scavenger has of returning back to the surface if he missed his drop. And it was gone. My parachute was gone, so was I. I'd be stranded here until I died. There's no going home now. I guess I won't be able to return to the surface now. You came from down there? I do. You must tell me what it's like down there. My parents always used to speak of the way the world used to be. The whole surface is a mess. The asteroid ruined so much of the surface, it's basically a wasteland. We managed to survive, but it's hard. I suppose that makes sense. Still, we do our best, and we're slowly rebuilding. So if you live on the surface, why are you here? I'm a scavenger. Scavenger? Yeah, we search the orbiting ruins of the old world, looking for valuable things, such as gold we can take back down to the surface. Why? What worth do they have? The aristocrats buy them off us, use them to decorate their mansions. Buy them? Who are these aristocrats? What's a mansion? Aristocrats, they're the rich. Some have stockpiles of tinned food from the old world, others have greenhouses where plants can actually grow. Some manage to raise animals for food. Whatever the case, they control the food and therefore they're the richest. Without their favor, none of us would eat. You can't grow your own food? Plants simply don't grow without a greenhouse. The sky is so thick with dust. Because they would have sun lamps. Without plants, there's no fruit. And without that, no animals. So you scavenge for them? Every day I fly up here. It takes hours to fly high enough in our skip weasel. So long that we only have fuel for a few minutes of scavenging. Then I leap off down to the skip weasel that Don's circling it. That catches me and takes us back down to the surface. Every day we return, just for another few minutes of scavenging, just to try and find enough to buy food for another day. Are there many scavengers? No. There are pilots, mechanics, nurses, cooks. They all live in the scavenger camp. But only a handful of us are willing to jump into these ruins and search them. It takes a special kind of person. All this time I'd wondered why things suddenly go missing, and had searched for a cause. I always thought there might be someone else living up here, or, well, spirits. Never had I suspected that people from the surface had been coming up and taking them. Never heard the skip weasel? Spirits. Yes, I hear voices, always whispering in the background. Oh yeah, every scavenger hears the voices. I like to think of them as a remnant of the people who lived here. When you spend so long surrounded by the memories of people, those memories become tangible. In that way, I don't think there's so much spirits of people as our perceptions of who they were. Well, I'm relieved I'm not the only one that hears the voices. That doesn't change the fact that you've been taking things. Some of the things I liked and was very upset when they went missing. I didn't know anybody was alive up here. I was always told as a child there was no way to survive up here without an oxygen supply. Oh, with everything I've been told, there's no way I could have believed someone could live up here. Never felt like stealing, just collecting whatever I could find. This is your life? This is all you have? Yeah, ever since my father disappeared. I've just kept scavenging. I didn't really know what else to do. When I was a child, my father would bring down photographs, books, diaries, toys. All things from the people of the old world. And he told me to remember that the people who owned them were once still alive, just like me. Oh. So I collect the memories of these people so they're not forgotten. When collecting gold and silver for the aristocrats, I also collect the memories of others. But I think now I realize I haven't made any memories of my own. Everything I have, everything I've lived for is for the memories of people now dead. Somebody's got to be an archivist. The people who lived before I was born, the people who lived in these shattered cities, and my father. I need to return to the surface and I need to do something. I don't want to die without memories of my own. How will you return to the surface? Well, my parachute's no good. How'd you say you got up here? Don flew me up in a skip weasel. She's a rough old bird, but she does the job. Bird? You mean like Aloysius? No, the skip weasel's a plane. You mean an airplane? If you had one of those, could you get back to the surface? Well, sure, but Don ran out of fuel. He's going back down now, and I have no radio to try and hail him. I know where there's a plane you can use. You do? Yes, I will show you where it is, but you must promise never to return here and take things again. With my parachute gone, my only hope of finding some way back to the surface was to seek another solution. The prospect of finding a working plane amongst the rubble here seemed slim at best, but it was the only other option as far as I could see. I mean, you could glide one down, honestly. I promise, no more scavenging. You feel well enough to walk and jump? Yeah, I feel a lot better now. Then follow me. At least it stopped being an exposition dump. It feels like I like the fact that you get to learn about the world, but it feels just kind of like they wedged all that right in the middle there, you know? Blue. Couldn't hurt. Barrel looks like a fuel barrel. We use these back down to the scavenger base. Okay, so we'll probably come back up to put the fuel in. We glue the sheet back together. Can we soak the thing in fuel? Okay.
We read a photometric.
Beach ball's old, but hasn't deteriorated too much. Still looks quite rubbery. Can't reach it from here. Can't move that by hand. Okay. That's way too pristine. Oh wow, it's a blood cat. Blood cat? Yeah, my dad used to find one of these things. I grew up riding around in one of them. Watch it turn out to be his dad's. Is your father a good pilot? Such a good pilot. He was a natural. Taught me much about how to ride the air currents. What happened to him? I don't know. One day he went up in the plane and never came back. Apparently he was on jump duty that day, and when his partner radioed him, he just simply didn't respond. For years I tried looking for him, for a body or any clue where he went, but the sky is full of ruins, and eventually I simply gave up. Do you think he's still alive? For years? No, I didn't, but now, here I am walking around with no oxygen supply. It's hard to breathe up here, but not impossible. Perhaps he did survive. Do you think you can get this plane working again? I'm not sure. It's not in perfect condition, but it still looks pretty intact. I'd say there's a good chance I could. Let's take you back down to the surface? If I can find enough fuel, then yeah, this will take me home. Well, feel free to use whatever you need to fix it, but only take what you need. Good luck. Thanks for everything. I'm Roger, by the way. No problem, Roger. I'm Claudine. I need to go and tend my plants now, but I hope you managed to get the plane working again. Sweet. A little pipe. Last one was useful. I should take this one as well. Alright, that'll probably pry the slab off. It's going to need a pumping up. I can see a hole in the side there that will need patched up as well. Glue, rubber ball. Solid fuel. Looks quite old and beat up. Alright. Alright, can we get the stone loose at least? Is it literally just Mama Say, Mama Sa, Mama Makusa? Okay, can I grab that? No. I need to patch the holes up first. Okay. Cover the hole with the epoxy. Okay. Alright, maybe there's some other parts we didn't see. Is there anywhere else we can go? Oh, the tree. Okay, so we can jump around to some of the other stuff that we saw earlier. Got it. Oh, hey. I thought the tree I'd seen earlier was strange, but this was even better still. Thick green leaves, unlike any of the gnarled, twisted trees down on the surface, who never really got to see that much of the sun through the dust in the atmosphere, and nestled among them, fruit. Are those peaches? That's what my father called them. They're really quite good. I've only ever eaten dried and pickled fruit. They're very rare down on the surface. You must be hungry. You haven't eaten since you got here. Help yourself. Are you sure? Of course. Pick the ones that have the most red on them. I reached out to the tree and plucked a peach that was huge and red. As I bit into it, my mouth was instantly filled with sweet juice. My nose flooded with the delicious scent. Every other thing I'd ever eaten, it seemed dull and bitter in comparison. Do you like it? This is so much better than the food I'm used to. I can't believe anything could ever be so sweet and juicy. They keep it well watered and always has fruit on it. You can eat these whenever you want? Sure, I eat them every day. This is just one of the places I grow for food. Ugh. My father used to love these. When he found the tree, he made me promise to water it every day. Tell me about your parents. My mother used to sing when I was a child, sing me to sleep, sing while she watered the plants. I sing the songs to keep myself sometimes to remind myself of her. My father was always trying to build things and plant trees. He'd often get frustrated when things wouldn't work. I would spend days trying to gather new parts. Sometimes I sometimes visit the house he built us, but prefer to wander around and stay in one spot too much. You built a house? Yeah, he found a ruined building and fixed it up as much as possible. I grew up in it. That's very resourceful of him. He sounds like a bit like a scavenger. What do you mean? Taking the things that remain of the old world and making use out of them. That's what we do, in a sense. No, I never thought of it like that. I guess it was a little selfish thinking these things belonged to me. Please accept my apology. I was wrong to think that. It's fine. I completely understand. No, I haven't had a conversation with anybody since he died. Well, there's Aloysius, but he doesn't really count, I guess. I suppose there's only so much conversation you can pretend to have with a bird. Yeah, and I get very lonely at times. I even wonder what the point is of doing anything. When you showed up, I suddenly had a purpose again other than just existing. Keeping you warm and breathing kept me motivated. I'm gonna miss that and having someone to talk to. If you'd like to stay up here for a while, it'd be fine, you know? That's a very kind offer. But I don't want to impose on you. You've helped me enough, really. I feel bad for being a burden on you. I can look after myself now. I appreciate your offer, thank you. That's fair enough. Would you like another peach? No, thank you. I'm not feeling very hungry. Must be the thin air. Well, help yourself if you do feel like another. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Okay. Claudine, she's rather pretty. Old washing machine beyond repair now. Bicycle. So we need to get the air pump somehow too. Can't just reach down and take it. Oh, cord. Take the hose. Can we cut off the cord and the hose? Must be Aloysius is his home? Maybe the beach ball was a distraction. Alright. Oh. Clean it? Not yet, no. Need to make sure I check the engine, fix the wheel, put fuel in it, and clear the way for takeoff before I can fly it. Well, good luck with it. Alright, can I reach the beach ball with one of these? Okay, the hose is probably for the fuel. Okay. Not sure what the wire's for yet. Put glue on the tire. Alright. Oh. Alright, yeah, I'm pretty sure the beach ball is going to be the patch for that, but... Panel. And just still quite good condition. I should be able to get it running. So one of the leads from the distributor is busted. I'm going to need to find a new wire to replace it with. Other than that, seems fine. Alright, wire it. Can we glue it?
We read a photo of
Okay, fuel it. Oh. Did I have two sheets, apparently? Huh? There's something I can tie it to. Maybe the washing machine has some weight to it? No. Maybe we can have her hold the sheets so I can drop down. Alright. Tree's not interactive is the thing. Oh, there's a hook inside. I wonder how that got there. Can't pull the whole bike up, but can we get to the pump? There. What's that? It's a pump for inflating things. Oh, I've never heard of such a thing. Hopefully I can fix the tire on the plane. You feel alright? Actually, surprisingly, I feel fine. That's good then. Let me know if you want me to give you more air. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate the offer. Mine is what I was feeling. I couldn't help but somehow feel like I'd enjoy her helping me breathe again. Still, I had more important things than stealing a kiss. It's also this kind of a scummy thing to do. Okay. Can we hook? No. Put that away. That's what I want. Alright, then we probably cut a patch from the beach ball. A bit of rubber. I already put it on the tire, okay. Hopefully it didn't dry out while we were away. Alright. Walk. Alright. Stop the air from leaking out. Pump it up.
Please make sure you use a double diameter of the scope. 200 yards.
Pull the tire up with air. Wow, you fixed it. This should be enough to let me land on it. Did you ever get scared? Nah, I've been flying since I was a kid. It's second nature to me now. I grew up here in the air, but I've always been afraid of falling. These ruins floating above the Earth are always falling.
Calls to mind a silver
In order to stay in orbit, they must be constantly falling towards the planet, but moving so fast that they keep missing. You spent your entire life falling skywards. We got a title. I never thought of it like that. Thank you. You have a very lovely way of looking at things. I've enjoyed talking to you very much. Oh, thank you. Would you like to come back to the surface with me when I get the plane fixed? There's no fear of falling down there. I would like to not be alone anymore, but really, this is the place for me. It's such a kind offer, but everything I've ever known is up here. I think I'd be happier up here. Fair enough. Let me know if you change your mind. Thank you. You're very kind. Well, that's everything. It's time for me to start it up. You ready to leave? I think so. It's time for me to head back to the surface. Oh, well, I picked you some peaches for when you get your appetite back. Oh, thank you. That's very thoughtful of you. As I looked into her big, hopeful eyes, I realized that she really was a very pretty girl. Sure you don't want to come down to the surface with me? My offer still stands. I appreciate your offer very much, but this is where I belong. And then I thought about how every minute I spent on the surface was spent wishing I was back up in the air, and the sweet flavor of the peaches and the cool feeling of freedom up here. And I realized that perhaps this was better, and that up here I could search the ruins of my heart's content. And as I stood there looking into her eyes, thinking all these things, I realized that, since my father had gone, I had longed to find someone else who loved the ruins of old humanity as much as I did. Claudine? Yes? It'd be okay if I stayed up here with you a little longer? I think that would be very nice. I figured it was getting there one way or another. Kind of glad it wasn't a choice, because that'd be a little heart-wrenching. After all, I could always fly back home whenever I wanted now that I'd fixed the plane. Maybe this is all I wanted out of life, to live high above the surface on the shattered remnants of old humanity. Is this what happened to my father as well? Did he find someone else up here, above the clouds? Did he realize that he could survive without an oxygen supply? Nah, he's fucking dead. Perhaps he's up here somewhere too, living amongst the ruins of old humanity. When I thought of this, I realized that this is what I wanted. I wanted to live amongst the memories of old humanity, high above the earth. Up here, right on the very edge of the planet, where the air is thin and cold, I want to spend my days orbiting the surface of the planet, always moving and somehow always missing. Falling skywards. I managed to do it without being a sex pest at the end.
We read a photometric indication.
I like how it's different musicians like every time too. I kind of wish I'd been more aware of this scene when it was more vibrant. I wasn't streaming at the time, but I would have played a lot more of this stuff. Kind of want to look at what the AGS bake sale was too. Apparently the soundtrack is, well, at least was on Bandcamp. I'll see if it's still there real quick after we wrap. Which should be now. Okay. Let's see if it's still here. Yeah. It's at, if you look up, Cuptain Nemo, Qptain Nemo, the Falling Skyward soundtrack is there. I want to see if they've done anything else. Oh, they did the Piss soundtrack too. It sounds... Piss was another another game we played. I didn't remember the name, but that's cool. Piss. Yeah, let me see if they've done anything else real quick. They have their own website, lazyandsleepy.org. We'll see if that's still up. I feel like that's been bought out by someone. So they did Piss, Educating Adventures of Girl and Rabbit. Oh, and they did the one for less than 3. Okay, let's see all the releases. Less than 3. Falling Skywards. Okay, I don't know what City is. I don't think that's a game. I know I'm not showing this stuff on screen, but we're just checking real quick. Oh, it's another bench. Well, now I got to see if I can find that game and make it work. All right. Educating Adventures of Girl and Rabbit. I gotta look into that too. Okay. Well, I'll keep those tabbed open, and I'll check those before the next playthrough. Okay. Thanks for hanging.